Welcome to the deep dive. You're probably here because, well, you want to cut through all the noise around AI, right? Get past the hype and figure out how to actually make these language models work for you. Get real insights fast.
Exactly. Information overload is real.
So that's our mission for this deep dive, equipping you with smarter ways to prompt AI, get those relevant, accurate, insightful responses you're looking for.
Yeah, without getting lost in, endless trial and error.
We're focusing on two really key techniques today, game changers, honestly. Retrieval augmented generation, RAG.
Right, yeah.
And advanced chain of thought prompting, QT. Think of these as your secret weapons for unlocking what AI can really do.
They really are, because look, large language models, incredibly knowledgeable, but that knowledge has limits, right? It's based on their training data cutoff.
Right, it gets outdated.
And when it comes to complex thinking, sometimes they need, let's say, a little guidance.
A nudge in the right direction.
That's exactly where RAG and QT come in. They aren't just jargon. They're practical ways to seriously boost how AI handles information and gets to an answer.
Okay, let's unpack RAG first then. Retrieval augmented generation. It sounds technical, I admit.
It does, yeah.
But the idea behind it seems pretty straightforward. It's about giving the AI access to more info, more current info.
That's the core of it. What's really clever, though, is how it brings in external, even real-time data dynamically, right into the interaction.
Okay.
Imagine an AI that doesn't just know what it was trained on months ago, but can instantly pull up the latest research or news, or, crucially, even your own private company documents.
Yeah, okay. That is powerful.
That's RAG, and it works in basically 3 steps. First up is retrieval.
Retrieval.
So you ask your question. The AI doesn't just dive into its memory banks. No, it first goes out and intelligently searches external sources. Think documents, APIs, databases.
Like a super fast targeted search engine just for this question.
Precisely. Finding information that specifically relates to your query.
So it's like giving the AI a research assistant before it answers. Finds the puzzle pieces first. Then what?
Then step 2. Augmentation. The AI takes that relevant data it just found and adds it, injects it right into your original prompt.
So you're feeding it the context, the latest figures, the specific details it needs for this question.
You got it. You're guiding it, saying, hey, consider this new information when you think about your answer.
Right. So it's not just recalling old facts. It's actively using new relevant stuff for this specific task. And then step 3, the generation.
Exactly. Generation. Now, the AI has its vast internal knowledge plus this fresh, retrieved, augmented data. It synthesizes everything.
And gives you the answer.
And gives you a much more informed answer. This combo is incredibly useful. For you, listening, it means the AI isn't stuck in the past. It can handle topics that need up-to-date info.
Which is huge in so many fields.
Absolutely. And it unlocks working with your own specific private data. Imagine an AI analyzing your company's internal reports or your post-mortem research notes.
That's a game changer. So instead of just asking a general question, the AI is informed by the very latest stuff or the very specific stuff you care about. Where is this really shining in the real world?
Well, think about anyone dealing with fast-changing information. Market analysis, scientific research, regulatory changes. RAG keeps the AI insights current. It's also massive for organizations. Custom internal tools, answering employee questions by searching the company knowledge base instantly.
Like an internal expert system.
Yeah, or research assistants pulling the latest publications into summaries. It really changes how we interact with information, making it much more dynamic.
Okay, so RAG refresh relevant data for the AI. Got it. Now let's switch gears to making the AI think smarter. Advanced chain of thought. ARGI. What's the core idea here?
Right. So if RAG provides the right ingredients, RAG is like teaching the AI a better recipe for using them, especially for complex stuff.
A better recipe, I like that.
Instead of just asking for the final answer, chain of thought encourages the AI to, show its work, to break the problem down step by step and explain its thinking as it goes.
So it's not just what the answer, but the how it got there. Why is that helpful for us, making it spell out its steps?
Well, first off, it tends to lead to more accurate answers, especially for tricky multi-step problems. It forces a kind of logical progression.
Okay, better accuracy. Makes sense.
But maybe even more important is the transparency. You see the AI's reasoning. You can follow its logic. That builds trust, right? You can judge if the reasoning holds up.
Like seeing the calculations on a math problem, not just the final number.
Exactly like that. You get the solution and the workings. And there isn't just one single way to prompt for this. There are several advanced Cody techniques.
Right. Different tools in the Cody toolbox you mentioned. What are some key ones?
One of the most common is few-shot Cody. Pretty intuitive. You give the AI a few examples right in the prompt, showing the kind of step-by-step thinking you want.
So you're demonstrating the process you expect.
Yeah, giving it a template. Then there's zero-shot SOT. This one's kind of elegant in its simplicity.
Okay.
You just add a simple phrase, something like, let's think step by step. And often, the AI just starts doing it, breaking down its reasoning.
Really? Just asking it nicely.
It's surprisingly effective. That small cue can unlock that more structured thinking process.
Huh. Okay, what else is in the toolbox?
Well, there's self-consistency. This is interesting. You ask the same complex question multiple times using Cody each time.
Okay, why multiple times?
Because AI responses can vary slightly, right? So self-consistency looks at all those different reasoning paths that generated and picks the final answer that shows up most often. It's about robustness, getting a more reliable result.
Right, finding the consensus among its own different lines of thought. Clever.
Then it gets even more sophisticated. Tree of thoughts.
Tree of thoughts.
Yeah.
Sounds complex.
Instead of just one linear chain of steps, T2T lets the AI explore multiple possible reasoning paths at once, like branches on a tree. It can evaluate different options, maybe backtrack if one path isn't working, before deciding on the best answer.
So it's exploring possibilities in parallel, not just one straight line. That sounds powerful for, like, strategy problems.
Exactly. And for the really knotty, complex challenges, there's even graph of thoughts, or GOTI.
Graph. Okay, beyond trees now.
Yeah, this moves beyond even a tree structure. It allows for nonlinear thinking. The AI can jump between different ideas, different lines of reasoning, connect them in more complex ways. Think of it like a mind map versus a simple list. Crucial for problems with lots of interconnected parts.
Yeah, okay. So we've got these different Cody methods: few shot, zero shot, self-consistency tree, graph. When do you use which? Is there a rule of thumb?
Generally, yeah. For problems with a fairly clear logical path, maybe like a math problem or standard reasoning task, few shot or zero shot Cody often works great.
Keep it simple if you can.
Right. When you need higher reliability, or the question is more nuanced, self-consistency adds that extra layer of confidence.
Okay.
For more open-ended problems, where there might be several good ways to approach it, Tree of Thoughts lets the AI explore those alternatives.
For creativity or strategy?
Precisely. And for those super intricate scenarios, the really complex systems with lots of dependencies, Graph of Thoughts gives the AI the most flexible thinking structure. Think about prepping for tough exams requiring detailed logic.
Right, like LSATs or something.
Yeah, or complex game strategies, planning moves ahead. Even AI writing tools that explain why they made certain stylistic choices. That's often code at work.
Okay, so we've got RAG, bringing in the fresh, relevant data. We've got Advanced Code, making the AI reason more logically and transparently. What happens when you combine them, put these two powerhouses together?
Now that's where things get really exciting. The synergy is fantastic.
Synergy, okay.
Orge gets the AI the right information, current, specific, relevant. Then Cody provides the structured thinking framework for the AI to actually process, analyze, and reason through that information step by step.
They really complement each other then.
Perfectly. Orge provides the what, the raw material. Cody provides the how, the logical process.
It's like giving the AI both the accurate library and teaching it how to research and write the paper properly using those library resources.
That's a great analogy, yes.
Can you give us some concrete examples? Orge plus Cody in action?
Absolutely. Let's say you need a deep business report on a market that's changing super fast.
Okay, knallskonto.
Orge goes out, pulls the latest market data, financial reports, competitor news, all that stuff. Then, using Cody, the AI doesn't just summarize it, it systematically analyzes it. Okay, trend A is happening because of factors X and Y found in this report. Trend B seems to contradict that. But considering this new data point from the API, it explains its reasoning, step by step, drawing supported conclusions.
That's way beyond just spitting back facts. That's actual analysis.
Exactly. Far more insightful.
What other areas?
Legal analysis. RAG finds the latest case law, relevant statutes. Lucy helps the AI reason through the implications for a specific case. Given precedent X and statute Y, the argument follows steps 1, 2, 3. Breaking it down logically.
I can see how that transparency would be crucial there.
Definitely. Or think about advanced customer support for, say, complex tech issues. Already pulls up the latest manuals, FAQs, troubleshooting guides. Cody lets the AI walk the customer through the fix, step by step, explaining the why behind each step.
Okay, that makes sense.
Ultimately, this combination lets us build AI agents that aren't just walking encyclopedias, but are also capable of really sophisticated, clear, logical reasoning.
So for you listening, the big takeaway seems to be this. RA keeps AI informed, relevant, working with your data. Makes the answers accurate.
Accurate and timely.
And Advanced Q makes the AI more thoughtful, more transparent, shows its work, leading to clearer, more trustworthy answers, especially when things get complex.
Precisely. And the great thing is, you don't always need deep coding skills to start using these ideas. A lot of it comes down to crafting smarter prompts, structuring your questions to guide the AI.
The art of the prompt.
Exactly. Which actually leads us nicely into what we're planning for our next deep dive.
Oh, go on.
We've talked about optimizing single prompts with a RAG and CoT. But what if you chain prompts together? Link multiple AI tasks in a sequence.
Ah, like building a workflow.
Exactly. That's prompt chaining. We'll explore how you can connect different steps to automate more complex processes and get even more powerful results from AI. So definitely something to look forward to.
Okay, fantastic. A good teaser for next time.
So yeah, as AI keeps evolving so quickly, just remember it's not only about more information, it's about smarter processing, clearer reasoning. Techniques like R, RAG, and Advanced Co are really fundamental to building AI that gives us not just answers, but genuinely better, more trustworthy insights.
It's a fascinating space to watch and hopefully to start experimenting in. Thanks for breaking that down.
My pleasure. It's exciting stuff.